Take, I think, 5. Yes. I'll put the disclaimer at the beginning, my thoughts and opinions, and also I swear. I'm guaranteed to swear because I always swear. Yeah, my thoughts and opinions on, it's not going down that road. It's not a conspiratorial thing. Not got to quote anybody. It's just my personal experiences. But I thought I'd share my personal experiences. First personal experience. Don't know whether you can see that. Been bitten by a mozzie, and it's just swollen up, and yeah, and it hurts. So I feel sorry for me. So for me. So yeah, I've just thought I'd catch up. Now, 2023 for me is. 2022 is the worst year in my life. I think it feels like the worst year that I've had. Last year was absolutely horrible, and this year, you know, it started out good, and I'm enjoying it, but it's so weird. So, and I think part of the reason is the fact that I chose to join Plenty of Fish. So I thought I'd just explain my experiences with Plenty of Fish and the scammers therein. Now, I found out, like, the day after I left Plenty of Fish, that the guy that I was speaking to was a scammer, and the guy that I'd been speaking to right from the very beginning was also a scammer. And that was really fucking annoying. Now, the very first person that I ever spoke to on the phone was a guy who pretended to be a guy called Niles, who's 57 years old and a lawyer from somewhere down south. Indian, right? This guy is... Oh no, Jungkook's head fell off. No. He's okay now, yay. Don't know what happened there. Oh, he fell off the thing. So yeah, so basically I joined, and this geezer, you know, like, he looked like quite handsome and whatever, and he messaged me. We messaged back and forth. He was like, oh my god, I can't stop thinking about you, you're this, you're that, you're the other. All very nice. I'm like, would you want to speak on the phone? And he I don't know whether he mentioned scamming, but bearing in mind this is a middle-aged Indian lawyer that I'm meant to be talking to. And he rang up and I answered the phone and said hello. And he went, hello, I'm stuck at the airport and I need 100 quid because I've not got my passport, or something like this. And I'm like, you are? And he repeated himself. And I'm like, I don't know what you're on about. And he's like, well, that's what they do, don't they, on POF? This is meant to be a 57-year-old Indian lawyer. That's what they do on POF, isn't it? They're all scammers on there. And it's like, well, you obviously are. Anyways, it turns out he'd researched what he said he did for a living, and he read it off. This is about how I tried to catch him out a few times, but it was like, literally, there is no way that it was this man. You know, like, he sounded thick as soup. He got this weird accent. He was not 57. He was not Indian, and he most certainly was not a fucking lawyer. You do not go into court with a voice like that. Anyway, so that was my first experience. And yeah, my last one. And he's the reason that I've basically come away from Plenty of Fish now, and I am never ever going back on Plenty of Fish for personal reasons. Yeah, so this guy, his name was Samuel Simp, according to him. And he said that and he looked like Flo Rida. Said he was 6'6". He was hench. I was video chatting with him every day. He was very, very good. Anyways, he sent me this website. I mean, it was really good. You know, like, really the best that I've ever come across. And I have come across dozens and dozens of scammers and spent time getting to know them, you know, like learning the lingo and all this, that and the other. Because it's rife, and something needs to be fucking done about it. But if I can help by dealing with these bastards, and like I do it so you don't have to type job, then like happy to do so. Anyways, so he sent me this website. He said he had a real estate business that was in America, England, and Australia. And it was a legit website, and at the end, on the last page, there was a photograph of him, Samuel Simp, at the end. Looked like Flo Rida. I have a thing for Flo Rida. So I was fucking in my element. He was like ringing me every day, saying everything that I needed to hear, that I wanted to hear. You know what I mean? Everything was baby, you're beautiful, all this, that, and the other. And I was like, right, like let's. If he seems legit. And yes, it is embarrassing to admit that I was almost taken in by a scammer, but it was fine, and I was single, so. So he one day said, do you want to remove your POF? Do you want to remove your account? And I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Now, I had paused it a couple of times while I was speaking to people, but always set it back up again when it went wrong. And but this time I just deleted it. I'm like, yep, gone. And and I didn't know at the time that the reason that he wanted me to do that is so that I couldn't provide any, I couldn't, there was no comeback on him when he came in for the kill. I couldn't go to POF and say, like, excuse me, but this guy that I've just been speaking to has just tried to diddle me out of 100 quid. So, but here I am. Samuel Simp, if that is actually your name. So if you find a guy on Plenty of Fish called Sammy or Samuel Simp, who looks like Flo Rida, don't trust him, literally. No matter what comes out of that man's mouth, it's all lies. So, so he said that his sister had just robbed him of 200 grand one day. It was like played the long game. This went on for a full week. His sister had just robbed him of 200 grand because she was the co-signature on his fucking account. And then the next day, he's like, look, I've been speaking to my lawyer. I desperately need to have a co-signature on my account. Can you do it for me? And I'm like, well, don't want to, but you know what I mean? And then he's given me all these instructions. If I had to go into his bank account said it got 900 grand in it. I'm like, he said, take out £3,500, put it into your account. Only 3,500. I'm following all these instructions thinking, fucking hell, you're lucky you got me. Anybody else would be bloody robbing you. And like you've found somebody who's like just genuinely honest and is doing it to help you out. Fucking idiot. So I followed all the instructions. And then he came and he went, smash it. And it's like pending. Hold on a minute, need to ring my lawyer. So he comes back, and he's like, so I've rang my lawyer. Fucking genius scam. And he rang me up because I weren't getting all these codes that I was having to fucking put in. He had to have it get sent to his phone, which I couldn't do anyway. It's by the by. So I was on the phone with him and he says, yeah, so basically what you need to do, I'll give you the lawyer's details. You need to transfer £100 to the lawyer and he'll release the £3,500. And I'm like, you want me to give you £100 up front? And he's like, well, yeah, that then you'll get the whole £3,500. I'm like, sorry, I'm not happy with this. And he just put the phone down on me, and that's the last time I ever heard from him. Well, I didn't. He messaged me and said, like, I can't believe that you're not prepared to just give £100 to get £3,500 back. I'm glad I found this out about you at the beginning before we got too far. Fuck off. So but I'd got rid of Plenty of Fish then. But it just turns out that I ain't going back. So that It's, you know, like being on Plenty of Fish, dipping my toes in the dating pool and whatever, and getting scammed left, right and centre. Well, I didn't. And this is how I found out that the original guy was a scammer, because I'd messaged him saying, oh, like, this bloke is like a proper scammer, and found out in that conversation that I was speaking to a scammer. But he did say, well, he didn't scam you, so don't feel so, because I was like, oh God, I feel so stupid because I fell for it for a fucking week. But ultimately, I had like 3 days or whatever of genuinely feeling like this fucking 6'6", built like a brick shit ass dude who fucking looked like Flo Rida was all about me. I really enjoyed that 3 days. Happy memories, no bad memories, because at the end of the day, he didn't scam me. And he put in a whole fucking week's worth of work and didn't get anything for it. I bet he was pissing. Well, pissing. I bet he was absolutely fucking livid because he'd just wasted all that time. Obviously, he'd have a few others on the go at the same time. But it's nice to know that I wasted some of his time and he didn't get anything from it. But yeah, that whole foray into the dating world and whatever has taken up 2023. It's such a weird year. Like, in years gone by, I remember posting a picture on Facebook a few years back of this pile of books, like, yay. And, well, it was 2, I think. 13 books I'd read all summer. And that might have been the year that my mum died, actually. I did a lot of reading that year, just anything to occupy the brain. But yeah, this year I've read 2. I'm on my 3rd book, and it's August. Admittedly, I am like doing other things. You know, like this is the year of crochet, so like this first proper year I've been crocheting. That started at the end of last year, so that's taken up a lot of time. But this whole speaking to people, bearing in mind I've spent 12 years a virtual hermit, not speaking to anybody, and then all of a sudden I've got to speak to people, and it's been weird. Usually by now, I mean, last year I got so much shit growing in the garden, like literally got sugar snap peas, jalapenos, several different types of peppers actually, tomatoes fucking everywhere. I was growing flowers for the first time last year, got an actual flower display in the garden. This year I've got 3 tomato plants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 technically, weedly little things. I just can't be asked with anything this year. It's so strange. But yeah, usually books and gardening, like sat out. And of course can't sit out at the minute because it's, well, I can at the minute, but I'm not. But it's been pissing it down for the whole of July, it seems. So yeah, it's a weird old year. So that's about where I just thought I'd because scammers are really getting on my tits. Obviously I did a video a ways back of when they pop up on Facebook, and with all their bullshit I've started a book with I Would Rather. Suck Off a Tramp was the last one I did. I think, and the one before that was Suck Diarrhea Through a Sweaty Song. It's the little things that get me through my day. Yeah, weird old year. And just thought I'd pop in and catch up because, and obviously I've been poorly as well. Getting over that now. I forgot which book I've written. Books hanging everywhere. And I've forgotten which one I've put the videos that I want to do. So I will get back. Oh yeah, and I'm losing subscribers. Like literally, like obviously I'm not posting any content, so you're not gonna get any new subscribers. But it's like they're just ticking down. It's like I'm at 706 or something now. It was like 710, and then it went 709, and then 708, and it's like, where's everybody going? What the fuck's going on? It's like, you know, like, I ain't PewDiePie, I'm never going to have the booking numbers, but because they're so low, you watch them go up or down, and it's like, they don't love me no more, my people don't love me no more. I love you guys, I do. Anyways, right, I'm going to go off and I'm doing a pink one now. So, yeah, more crochet. And hopefully I'll be back on form soon and actually do a video that's worth watching. If you've stuck all the way to this, I really truly do owe you a baby, because, yeah, you're a godsend. And also, if you're a returning subscriber, give me your deets. I'll put you a badge in the post. And if you've not subscribed yet, why? Because obviously it's a cavalcade of joy and wonder that you're missing out on. Anyways, I'll speak to you soon, and I love you lots.